Lovebug. If you happen to be new here, my name is Marcia Yvonne. My channel is all about being the intersection between fashion and fragrance. So that is your vibe. Consider joining the Lovebug tribe. So hopping into today's video, y'all, we are doing our March trade report. So this is where I discuss my March fragrance trade and give you all of the deets. So if you want to hear my thoughts, go ahead, grab your snack, sit back, relax, and let's hop right into the video. So as we know, March was Women's History Month. So as a refresher, the theme of my trade was to focus on either women-owned brands or women-based collaborations. So first up, we're going to discuss Empties, and first up we have Josie Moran, the body butter. This is in lavender and citrus. For this video, I'm just going to do rapid fire as to would I or would I not repurchase. You have to watch my Empties to get my full thoughts and review on the product. So this I would not repurchase. We finished our samples. So first up, we had Kayali's Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. Tried to get that last little bit out. It would not come out for the life of me. Would not repurchase this. This is Love Shack Fancy, the Forever in Love. Would not repurchase this. And this was Rare by Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. Would not repurchase this. So all of my samples were no's for me. Would not upgrade these to full-size bottles. I finished my mini of Fleur's Missing Person. I do not see myself repurchasing this. And for my last Empties, we have Rose Era by Sniff. This was in collaboration with the content creator Monique McMichael, and I already repurchased. I will tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie, and this is going to tie into our next category as well. The fragrance that had me headlocked was Rose Era. When I say I bought this bottle February 28th, I can tell you exactly when I bought it because it was the last day that Ulta was doing their 20% off for the one item. So that's when I picked this up. By March 20th, this was empty. I finished this in like 20 days. Crazy. I think that is the fastest I've ever finished a bottle. And I'm kind of beating myself up because this has me in a headlock. And I only bought one. When they had the 50% off for Rose Era, I only bought one. And I probably should have bought two because I would have got two for the price of one bottle. Only bought one, but love her, love her, love her. Now we are going to talk about the fragrances that won me over. So that means that in the beginning, I had never either really sat with the fragrance or I have sat with the fragrance, but something about it during this month just like changed my entire perspective. And first up, we have Mystic Geranium by Tory Burch. Y'all, I wore this to bed one night and I went, Tori, hold up. What is going on? So much so, this won me over that I got the big boy. I kept reaching for this. I love this. It paired so beautifully. It paired beautifully with Rose Era. It paired beautifully with Tory Burch Sublime. Like, she is just an easy reach. She wears beautifully by herself. I live in Florida, so even though we're in the spring, we still get some very, very hot temperatures. And just being able to just like reach for her and just feel just clean and fresh and pretty. Like, I really did enjoy this. So this fragrance definitely won me over because I started off as a travel size. And at first I was like, I remember smelling it in the store and I'm like, oh, it's nice, it's pretty. Like, I'll give it a try and I'll sit with it. But I did not expect it to blow me away the way that it did. And this definitely blew my mind and won me over. The next fragrance that won me over was Dolce by Rosie Jane. This won me over because I finally felt like I was beginning to smell what other people smell when they talk about this fragrance. When people talk about Dolce, they talk about it reminds them of vanilla ice cream. And every time I smell this fragrance, I never got that. And for the first time, I felt like I was actually getting what they meant. I'm not going to say it was spot on to me in my brain as vanilla ice cream, but I was getting that vanilla creamy lactonicness that would be reminiscent of vanilla ice cream. And I was like, oh, wait, is this what people are talking about? Because I think I get it. And that vanilla scent that you would get if you're walking into an ice cream shop, the way that an ice cream shop smells, this is reminiscent of this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I finally am smelling what people smell. And so that is the reason why this won me over. Because before, it was just like, okay, it's a nice vanilla, but it was not a have to have. But like now, it might be leading into a have to have because it definitely won me over. So that was Dolce by Rosie Jane. So now we're going to get into the items that were the least worn on my trade. And for this category, that means I did not reach for you at all this entire month. So first up, we have Sweet Thing by Brown Sugar Babe. This is set to be a very like fruity cotton candy type of fragrance. It has raspberry, strawberry, I believe lemon, cotton candy in it. And for a lot of people, this is a love. For me, this is not a love. There was some messages in, in the group chat where they did highlight like some layering combos. I did not try that out this month, but I probably will try that out in the future. People were giving me some layering combos to consider to better prefer this fragrance. So I am going to try that, and I will report back on that at some point in the future. But I did not reach for her at all this month. So that was Sweet Thing. Another one that I did not reach for at all this month was Caramel Macchiato by Sand and Fog. This is said to be inspired by Sabrina Carpenter's Caramel Dream. Did not reach for her at all. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because we're warming up, and so this scent profile is kind of a little heavy for what I will be reaching for this time. But yeah, did not reach for her at all. So maybe she'll come up again on another tray to kind of sit with. But I definitely can see myself leaning more into cooler temperatures. We're dealing with a lot of hot temperatures for the most part, and then like rainy weather. So this is not a fragrance profile that I want to reach for that. So I think that plays a part. But we'll see how I feel about her in the future. But as of right now, she didn't get no love for the month of March. So another fragrance that was least worn for the month of March was Loved Up by Jazar's Couture. Jazar's Couture is Black woman owned like body care business. And I did not reach for this at all. And I think very similar to Caramel Macchiato, the fact that this is very sweet and very dense, it was just not something I was pulling for. I wore Marshmallow, but this is such a sweet, dense take on Marshmallow that this was not an easy reach, especially for the weather that we are currently experiencing here in Florida. So I think that plays a part as to why I did not reach for it. I think that we're probably going to put her on the shelf and probably try again in like the fall and winter when it gets back cooler, because she can definitely become very sickly sweet, and this heat is not gonna allow me to do that. So I'm probably going to table her for now and then put her on the shelf, and we'll revisit her in like fall and winter. But that is Fluffed Up. So now we're going to move into my most worn fragrances, and I think it goes without saying that Rose Era was definitely one of my most worn. I emptied the entire bottle, so this was definitely hands down one of my most worn fragrances for the month of March, so much so that I had to repurchase another one. So love, love, love her. And Sci-Fi by Ellis Brooklyn got a lot of love this month. I think when we put her on the tray, she was probably about right here. And we did make a dent. This is very citrusy, forward, fresh type of fragrance. Not fresh as in like soapy clean, but just like a soapy, fresh, like day type of fragrance, like a day air type of fragrance. And she is beautiful. I really do love this. So I was going to say get your nose on Sci-Fi if you love a very like citrusy forward type of fragrance. I love her. And I know she'll probably definitely be gone before the year's end as we are warming up. So she was perfect for this month's trade because we got a lot of hot days. So when you just kind of want that citrusy, fresh, and clean vibe, I was able to reach for Sci-Fi and really enjoyed her. So that was Sci-Fi by Ellis Brooklyn. Okay, so now we are going to move into rapid fire like fragrance combos that I wore for the month. So starting off, most of these combos had the base of the Nivea lotion. This is the Enrich body lotion. You definitely want to make sure it says Rich on the back. The Essentially Enriched, perfect, amazing base for all of your combos. I am a dry skin girly, and this is dry skin approved. So for the most part, most of these, this was the base. So if it does not have a base mentioned, it's because this was the base. I went in with Dulce by Roja Jane and Chalet by Brown Girl Jane, and perfect combo. Wore this to church while I was visiting my family, and lovely. Got compliments. My mama kept complimenting me. She's like, "Oh, girl, you smell so good." Lady at the church was like, "Oh my gosh," went for a hug, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you just smell so good. Like, I love your perfume." Like, so definitely was like getting compliments. Beautiful combo, and it is just a fluffy vanilla blend. It was just like very just soft and beautiful. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was super loud or projecting, but it was definitely a nice, beautiful scent bubble. And my mama got a nose like a hound dog, so she can smell anything from like miles away. But so I knew that she would probably be able to smell anything that I wear. But that personal scent bubble that was created when someone went in for a hug, and I think that was beautiful. And it was such a beautiful combination because they balanced so well. Chalet is more of a chocolatey, fluffy type of fragrance, where Dose is more of that vanillic, kind of warm, sweet, sugary type of vanilla, and they just paired so beautifully. So if you have either one of these, I would definitely say consider pairing them together. That is Dose by Rosie Jane and Chalet by Brown Girl Jane. Never even realized the connection. Put your Janes together. The Janes are probably created to pair together. Never thought about it, but perfect match in heaven. So definitely put your Janes together, okay? For the next combo, I went in with Rose Era by Sniff and YSL's Mon Paris, and beautiful. They both have a strawberry note, so I definitely think that they were automatically designed to be paired together. But this is more of a fruity floral. Well, to me, this is more of a green floral. I do believe it has a note of patchouli in here, so that patchouli definitely does reign through until you get more of that greeny, earthy aspect. I really did enjoy this. Now, I would say, in my experience, put Mon Paris down as your base, because to me, this was more of the stronger fragrance, and then go on top with Rose Era, because she was thumping. I was like, hold up, wait. For the longest while, I was only really smelling Mon Paris. I was like, hold up, wait, what's going on? What's going on? Because to me, Rose Era is a heavy hitter. Like, she projects, she does the thing, she lasts. But Mon Paris gave her run for her money. So I would definitely say, if you have both of these, try them together and sign up for the group chat and let me know your thoughts. For our last combo, we went in with Sweet Cream by Triha as our base. This is just a sweet, sugary, fluffy type of base. Very neutral, but it does have like this sweet nuance to it. So that was just our sweet, fluffy base. And then for the combo, we paired it with Aspiring Aromas What the Fluff with Dead Cool's Mochi Milk. Woman owned, of course. Black woman owned. Love it. And these are both like just a nice, fluffy marshmallow. So they paired very beautifully together. And they were lasting. Like, I felt like they're both marshmallow forward fragrances, but I feel like they're a different type of marshmallow. There were definitely moments where I was getting mochi milk, that marshmallow that's in there, and then I was getting the marshmallow that was in What the Fluff. So I was definitely getting whiffs of both throughout the day, but they blended so beautifully. So I would definitely say, if you have both of these, try them together, because it's just a nice, beautiful, sweet, like marshmallow type of fragrance. So I really did enjoy this combo, and I am kind of upset that, you know, I got a dent in my mochi milk. I'm a little upset now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not ready for her to be gone, but beautiful, beautiful combo, especially if you are a marshmallow lover. So this concludes my March tray report. So that was all of like the highlights from my March tray. We will be gearing up for April, so I'm definitely excited. Definitely sign off in the group chat and let me know, what were you wearing for March. I would definitely say this was a really good month, and I think this tray had a lot of variety, so I could pull for different things and try different things and sit with different things, and it was not just a repeat of the same scent profile. There was a lot of versatility on this tray, so I definitely think this was a really, really good tray. But definitely sign up in the group chat and let me know, what did you wear for the month of March, because I really want to know. But that is it for today's video. I hope to see you back here next time for another upload. But until then, remember that I love you, God loves you, some rooms always, and I do me always love you too. Smooches, Lovebug.